This video will present solutions to the VCE 2019 Mathematical Methods Written Examination 2, Section A, Questions 6 to 10. Question 6. Based on the diagram provided, this box has dimensions x, 50 minus 2x, and 80 minus 2x. This means that an expression for its volume is x by 50 minus 2x by 80 minus 2x. The maximum value of this expression for x between 0 and 25, 25 being half of the smallest side length of the cardboard sheet, can be found using the ClassPad's fmax command. Make sure to enter the domain as x between 0 and 25, as this cubic expression does not have a global maximum. From this output, we can see that the maximum value for the volume occurs when x equals 10, which is answer A. Question 7. We can approach this question by first finding A, which can be done by equating the sum of the probabilities to 1, meaning that A equals 1 on 16. Once A is known, the mean can be calculated as the sum of x by the probability of x, i.e. 1 by 3/16 plus 2 by 5/16 plus 3 by 7/16, which is equal to 34/16 or 17/8. And so the answer is D. The equations generated for the sum of probabilities and the mean can also be solved as a pair of simultaneous equations on a ClassPad. Open the simultaneous equations template from Maths 1 and enter the equations involving A and M. Question 8. This question describes a binomial probability scenario with an n value of 80 and a p-value of 0.9 and asks us to calculate the probability of exactly 74 successes given at least 70 successes. The required calculation, the point calculation divided by the cumulative calculation, looks like this. This value to 4 decimal places is answer C. Question 9. This question tells us that the image of point AB under the transformation described is 0, 0. By undertaking the matrix multiplication, we obtain two equations. A half A take a half is equal to 0, and minus 2b minus 2 is equal to 0. The solution to these equations are A equals 1 and B equals minus 1, meaning that the answer is E. If the matrix multiplication or the resulting equations were harder to solve, we could use the ClassPad's ability to solve matrix equations. The equation can be entered using the matrix templates on the Math 2 keyboard. The usual solve command is used to solve this matrix equation, but the variables a and b need to be entered as a set using the curly brackets on the Math1 keyboard. Question 10. Looking at the 5 answers provided in this true or false style question, the truth or falseness of answers D and E can be determined by considering the derivative f-x, which is equal to 1 plus cos x. This means that E is false. As cos x has a range of -1 to 1 inclusive, then the derivative has a range from 0 to 2 inclusive, and so is greater than or equal to 0 for all x, and so D is true. If you want to consider why A, B and C are false, a graph drawn of f of x can be fairly persuasive.